All right, good day, scholars. Today, you're going to be creating a traffic light circuit in TinkerCad. So yesterday we had a single LED, right? So if we look at this one real quick, we had a single LED that lit up and it would just flash on and off, right? Pretty simple. Today, we're going to create basically this, and I'm going to show you how this looks and how to create this and the code for this. But you have three lights, right? And it's going to go between red, then it's going to light up green, and then it's going to go yellow, and then back to red. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this. Let's create a new circuit. And first we're going to grab a breadboard, plop it up here. We're going to grab an Arduino, plop it down here. This is just fine. And we need three LEDs. So I'm going to grab three LEDs and I'm going to kind of put them up here. Okay, we're going to click, 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 boom. There we go. We got three LEDs. Now we got to change the color. So we have red. Click on this one. Let's change it to yellow. Click on this one and change it to green. And we got to connect these with the wires. So first off, we need power for these. So yesterday we used pin number 2 for power. We're going to use pin number 2 for the power for green. Okay. Then let's use pin number 5 for power to the red LED. And then let's use pin number 8 for the power to the red LED. And now we need to loop these back to ground, right? And we also have two grounds down here. You can use these as well. But we can't, we can't just, we don't want to use up, we want to use one ground really. We don't want to use up all of the grounds because even if we add more stuff, then we won't have a ground to go to, right? Because the electricity needs to make a circuit. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a wire going down here to these parallel negative and positive lines. I'm going to take them to the negative. So we'll connect these to the negative down here. And now these are all connected. And now we can take this line to one of our grounds. And that's a ground down there, that's fine, G and D. Okay. And this is basically set up. Now what we gotta do is the code. The code's a little bit more in depth. Let's go ahead and change blocks to text. All right. And what we have to do is we have to first off set our outputs here. So we have our void set up. We have pin mode 13. We know, right, if we move our over here, we know we need pin 2 for power. So let's change that to pin 2. We also need power for pin 5 and pin 8. So we need to add those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Click there. I'm going to hit enter once, control V, and I'm going to make this pin 5. And we're just telling the computer what pins we're using. Otherwise, it won't know. And we're using pin 8 as well here. All right, so we have pin 2, pin 5, and pin 8, which looks good here. Pin 2, pin 5, and pin 8. Now we have a loop here. First, we need to. Do we need any of this? Let's think for a second. We can use this. We can use this. So here's what we're going to do. I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head here. So first off, we need to make this to turn the red light on. So digital right, we're going to use the red light is which pin? Oh my gosh. Can I move, please? Okay. The red light is pin number 8. So I want to set pin 8 to high. I want to delay that for 5 seconds. So I'm going to do 5,000. And we're going to have that wait for 5 seconds. Just this is commenting, right? Just so we know what the code does. Wait for 5 seconds. Then what we're going to do is after that we need so after the red light comes on, what we're going to do is I'm going to write this out. Oopsie. Digital right. Oh, we got to make sure this is capitalized. For pin 8, okay, we need to set the red light off after 10 seconds. So we're going to set that to low. Semicolon. And I'm going to do some commenting here. This will switch off red. And then, and we don't really need that, do we? Because red's only on. Okay, we're fine there. Then right below that, we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of this. This is going to get confusing. No. Just this. I'm going to leave that other bracket down there. Then I'm going to do digital write and 2 set to high. That's going to switch on green, right? Because pin 2 is our green, right? Then after that, we want to delay that. We want green to stay on for a certain amount of time. So we're going to delay for about 5 seconds, 5,000 milliseconds, okay? Semicolon. And I'm going to do some commenting here. Wait for 5 seconds. Okay, so now we got green on for 5 seconds. Then we need to turn it off, right? So digital write to low, right? So low voltage. What that's going to do is going to switch off green. And then we need to turn on the yellow, right? And then it's going to go back to red. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch on yellow. So I'm going to hit enter a couple times again. And I'm going to write digital write 5 high, because number 5, our 5 pin here, right, is amber, right? That's the yellow. High, I need a semicolon, switch yellow on. Then we need to delay it. Delay. I'm gonna do 1 second, right? Because the yellow light goes to red real quick most of the time. 1 second, so that's 1,000 milliseconds. Semicolon. Wait for 1 second. And then we gotta turn it off. Digital write 5 low. Semicolon. Switch off yellow. Okay, now let's test this. I don't know if this is correct or not, because I just kind of did it. So let's look through it. So we have our pin modes. We have 2, 5, and 8. Fantastic. Those are the ones we're using. It's going to do a loop. So first it's going to turn red on high, which is pin 8. It's going to turn that on. It's going to turn this one on high for 5 seconds. Then it's going to turn it off. Then it's going to turn on green for 5 seconds. Then it's going to turn it off. Then it's going to turn on yellow for 1 second. Then it'll turn that off, and then it will loop back to the beginning with high and go again. That's what it's supposed to do. Let's test. Start simulation. Oh, 5 seconds. Let's see. To green, fantastic. That works. 5 seconds again. To yellow for 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Back to red. Fantastic. This works. So at this point, your code works. All right. And we have a traffic light. Now you can show it to me and you can try and recreate it with the actual stuff. If you're in person, if you're not in person, then you've done it fantastic.